welcome to a brand new MLB The Show 22 franchise. Um, Starting with the Chicago Cubs. As you can see, we are at the date for opening day. I downloaded a bunch of the minor league stadiums for both AAA and AA for the National League side. Still managed to be missing a few if I can find those. Well, may try to add them in. I don't know because I'm kind of running out of room. Anyway, getting back to our point here, where we're at. As you can see, I've decided to go with the Chicago Cubs. Racked my brain a little bit. I went with the Texas Rangers the first time, but that was before somebody did a franchise-worthy roster. One of the guys that I follow on Discord and OS, he did the franchise roster, and honestly, I looked at his franchise roster, and frankly, I would have been a fool not to take it and not to run with it. So, yeah, here we are. So, as you can see, it's the Chicago Cubs. We are ranked 14th overall, 13th contact, 23rd power, 16th pitching, 13th defense, and 9th in speed. I said in the spring training we did not do that well. I think we might have broken 10 wins. I don't remember. I made a couple of moves after I looked because I manualed everything for the 40-man and everything. So we're going to take a quick look at the lineup, and if I have to make any changes, well, you're going to see them right here as they happen. So the lineup that we're looking at, right-hander with a DH, we're looking at Jonathan Villar, we're looking at Nick Madrigal, we're looking at Frank Schwindel, we're looking at Seiya Suzuki, Rafael Ortega in center. Again, this may change because this is the first time I'm seeing this roster. Clint Frazier is the DH. That is probably going to change. I'm going to take a look at the bench. Ian Happ will stay there. Willson Contreras will be the catcher, and Nico Hoerner will play shortstop. So we're going to take a quick look at the bench here, and yeah, Patrick Wisdom. I can see why you keep him off there. Ortega does have better power, but we'll see. The one I'm thinking of is Clint Frazier. So let's see. Oh, wow. We only got 4 bench players, and none of them. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe Jason Hayward, but that might be pushing it. Okay, so yeah, that's the way this lineup's going to be. No DH. Well, I mean, it's universe. From what I remember, they got the rule in there, universal DH, so doesn't matter. Left-handed with the DH is going to be Jonathan Villar as a designated hitter leading off. Nick Madrigal, Frank Schwindel will play first. Patrick Wisdom will play third. Seiya Suzuki will play right. Yan Gomes will catch. Ian Happ will play left. Andrelton Simmons will play shortstop. And then Jason Hayward will play center. So that's the lineups. And that's pretty much how it's going to go. Pitching rotation. We're looking at Marcus Stroman, Kyle Hendricks, Wade Miley, Alec Mills, and Drew Smyly, with Jesse Chavez, David Robertson, Michael Givens, Brad Week, Ethan Roberts, Cody Here, Rowan Wick, and then Chris Martin as the closer. I will say that I do have David Robertson on the trading block right now. We're going to look and see during the season what we can get for him, because I am intrigued. I am intrigued to see what I'll get. So we'll see what happens there. We will go ahead and take a quick look at the rotation for AAA, because we will be paying attention to it. Oh wow, they pulled him up. So Albert Alzea got moved up from. I moved him up to AA before I started everything, and they ended up moving him up to AAA. So that's interesting. Caleb Klein is started number 2. Ryan Jensen is 3rd. Braylon Marquez, and then Anderson Esposito. We got Alexander Vizcaino, Cole Franklin, Michael Rucker, Dakota Meeks. I cannot say this guy's last name. I think it's Michael McNavu. Eric Yardley. I'm not going to say. But you see the list for AAA. I'm sorry, that was for AA. Oh, okay. So, and then you see the list for AAA at Stephen Brott, who I believe they said is they showed was one of our top prospects. We'll see where that is. Justin Steels, Adrian Sampson, Keegan Thompson, and then Corey Abbott. So, and then you see the rest of the lineup. We will be keeping an eye on the pitchers and everything. We will be addressing those as we need it. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the top prospects real quick. Of course, top prospect right now, of course, is Bobby Witt Jr. He is on the Major League squad. Riley Green comes in at 2. He is in AAA with the Tigers. Julio Rodriguez is in the Major Leagues with the Mariners. Shane Baez is also on the Major League roster. Spencer Torkelson is listed in AAA. We'll see how long that actually lasts. Adley Rutschman is in the Major Leagues. Grayson Rodriguez is in AA. Alec Thomas is in AAA. CJ Abrams is in AA. Gabriel Moreno is in the majors. We have We have the number 11 prospect, Brennan Davis, who plays center field. He is right now in our AAA squad. He probably is going to stay there for maybe the year, just depending on what he does. I'm not going to move somebody up just for the sake of moving them up. Hunter Green's in the majors. He's with the Reds. Tristan Casas is with the Red Sox. He's in AAA. And then, of course, you can see the rest of the list. Frankly, I'm not going to keep going. We do see that Mackenzie Gore with the Padres is listed at number 21. O'Neill Cruz is on the Major League roster at number 18 with the Pirates. Let's see. I'm looking to see if there are a couple others that pop out. Actually, there are actually a few. George Kirby with the Mariners at AAA. Novelli Marte, number 26. He's in AA with the Mariners. That's an interesting one. I do remember him from 21. He did really well. Wow, okay. So 26 prospects. Alrighty. So this is kind of an interesting list. I will say I'm a little surprised at a few of them. I'm a little surprised at a few, but we'll see where a couple of these guys end up, say in a month or two. You know, just depending on how things go, especially near the top. I'm figuring that a lot of the guys that are not on the Major League roster that are in the top 10 will either be either be on the Major League roster or they'll be at least a level higher than where they are before, well, probably before we get too far. So, anyway, take a look at the calendar real quick. We do start opening day against the Cincinnati Reds. We will be on the road. It will be Luis Castillo versus Marcus Stroman. That will be the first of a 3-game series that includes us taking on Tyler Mahle against Kyle Hendricks, and then the last game being Wade Miley versus Mike Minor. We will be having the home opener against St. Louis. That will be Alec Mills versus Dakota Hudson, and then Steven Matz for St. Louis against Drew Smyly. So we will have our home opener April 4th, and that will start essentially a six-game homestand before we hit the road, and we go to Pittsburgh and Colorado before coming home, playing 3 against Tampa, 4 against Pittsburgh, then hitting the road to end the month of April, going to Atlanta and Milwaukee. So that's the month of April. Again, we'll see what happens. As far as opening day goes, I think I'm gonna do this. I think I might live stream it just because it is opening day, and I just kind of want to see what happens. So, yeah, that video will probably start here soon, I think, but we'll see. Anyway, that is my long-winded opening to welcoming to the Chicago Cubs. And as I said, we'll be back here with the opening day against the Cincinnati Reds here shortly. Until then, we'll see you guys around, and we'll see what happens.